first, Iga. Not the result you wanted tonight, obviously, but just talk us through your thoughts on the match, please.
Uh, well, I don't have many thoughts right now. I would need to watch and analyze what I did wrong, but I don't know. Well, I felt like I had everything under control until she broke me in a second set. But yeah, well, I had a couple of chances to break her in the second set, and I didn't use them. So so that's a shame. But when she broke me, she was kind of proactive, and I wanted to do that as well later in the in next games. But sometimes, yeah, I was rushing it. Sometimes I just wasn't playing kind of with my intuition and naturally. So I guess I'll have to work on stuff to feel more comfortable next year.
All right, we'll start with John up the back and then Ben. John?
The first two rounds take more out of you than you'd anticipated?
No, physically I felt, honestly, I didn't feel anything, so pretty good. Um, and um, and mentally as well, I felt like, you know, actually, I came back in my match against Danielle, and I could kind of start over and not expect, a lot and just try to play my game.
Okay, Ben?
On serve, I'm just wondering if there was something you found particularly hard to read in her serve game.
Well, yeah, it was tough to read her serve, but I would say if she kind of serves Sabalenka's, Rybakina's style, in terms of the placement and the speed, I would say that I wasn't returning overall on this tournament the same way as usually, especially the second serves. But still, I know that I did everything I could to kind of make it work. Technically, it didn't work, but I know that I did everything I could, and I have kind of no regrets. But for sure, I wish I could have played a little bit better in this tournament.
Okay, Matt?
I mean, you're obviously very disappointed at this point. Is it a different kind of feeling of disappointment than last year? You seem, when you lost her, you were quite shaken up, and you sort of talked about how you were thinking about things. I'm sort of curious how you've grown since then, and how you're, at least in this immediate 30 minutes or whatever it's been, experiencing this disappointment.
Well, last year I felt like much more, off the balance, and I felt like, the whole season maybe just tough, and because of the start, and I was expecting much more. This year I was more focused to on just not the results and not the rankings, or on my game a little bit more. So this year I feel like I just want to get kind of back to work, and I know I'm gonna have plenty of chances during the season to show my game. And last year I felt like I was just, overwhelmed with beginning the year as world number one, and it kind of took me off, my balance, and it was totally different, yeah.
Okay, go to this lady here and then Courtney.
Melbourne, especially the last 2 years, and I made the semis before that, but what's been particularly difficult, do you think, that makes Melbourne Park coming and doing the Australian Open particularly difficult for you?
Well, surface is quicker. And that's all, I would say.
Okay, Courtney and then Matt Trello. Courtney?
Tough one today. Just in terms of, I guess, your overall feelings, is it one of, like, frustration or disappointment? Like, how would you kind of articulate it so that we kind of understand kind of where you feel?
Why do you need to understand? I mean, sometimes I don't even understand, so I don't know if you will. I mean, as I said, I really wasn't expecting a lot. I just, tried to do the best kind of work possible, and I felt today that I wasn't playing my best game, and I had many things that didn't work on previous rounds. I felt actually today that I'm playing a little bit better. And I kind of took care of everything that I wanted to. So so I just feel like I need to analyze and see, what I've done wrong. Sometimes I felt, that I'm doing things wrong even during the game, but it was kind of too late to change that because I already lost the point. So, well, I just feel like, I don't know, I lost, but I'm going to have more tournaments. And I remember just last year getting back to work, I wasn't really, I could reset and just focus on next tournament. So I'm going to do the same this year.
We'll do two more in English, Matt, and then one other, Matt. And
Your
then
first
Barney.
answer about the intuition missing or not being there tonight. And I wonder why that was. And was that specifically tonight, or was that being for the whole tournament here?
Whole tournament, for sure, I was more, stressed than on other tournaments, especially first two rounds. But I think some things just didn't work as they did before, even though I was working the same way, and I feel like I did really everything I could in preseason to improve some stuff that I wanted to. And then I came here and I wasn't playing kind of natural anymore. And I don't know, like my split step was too late sometimes, reaction a little bit slower, and some other things. And basically, I was trying just to improve that. And that was the only thing I kind of focused on. And that's why it wasn't, so natural as usually.
Okay, Barney, last one in English.
I know it's been only half an hour at the end of the match, but the last 3 games of the second set kind of ran away from you very quickly. I was wondering if you had the feeling on court that something had changed, something was happening either on your side or on her side for the match to kind of take that kind of detour.
Well, as I said, I felt like I had everything under control, but I think she just went all in, without any pressure, and she probably knew that, she has nothing to lose, and maybe I should have done that when I had break points in previous games, but I wanted kind of to be, the solid version of myself, but I think she went all in. I remember I think I served only one first serve in during that game, so maybe that was the reason. But honestly, I remember how focused I was before these serves, and I knew that I kind of took care of everything that I do usually. So I'm not sure why I didn't, put the serves in. I would need to watch, but yeah, I mean, she just used the chance and she went all in on her return game, and then she just won her serve, and that's all.
All right, thank you. We'll switch to Polish, Robert.
Thank you, guys.
Podczas meczu trudno analizować. Dzisiaj było sporo niewymuszonych błędów, ale te błędy też mogły się okazać dobrymi uderzeniami. Jak tak krótko po meczu byś popatrzyła wstecz, zanalizowała, czego dzisiaj zabrakło?
Znaczy, wydaje mi się, że ogólnie podobnych rzeczy, co sprawiły, że też w pierwszej i drugiej rundzie